cherish all the time you spend, you tuned in to. It's time again to cherish all the time you spend, you tuned in to. It's the number one podcast. The topics of discussion when we broadcast. So all them artificial man jokes, we do it natural from the concrete to a public standpoint. Real, wherever you're from, life is coexisting, but to know the real, you just gotta listen. Wherever you're from, life is coexisting, but to know the real, you just gotta listen.
What up, everybody, and welcome to the 52 Scott Podcast. This is For Women Wednesday. I'm your host, Freddie G, joined by my co-host, K Money, Slash, and Comedian 96. Collectively, we are the Mind of Men. Don't forget to follow us on X, formerly known as Twitter, at 52 Scott Podcast. On Instagram and Facebook, the 52 Scott Podcast. And for all my YouTubers, don't forget to like and subscribe. And welcome to another Women Wednesday. Okay, if you are a day one listener of the podcast, some of y'all may recall the very first Women Wednesday episode. The title of the episode is called Your Choice in Men is the Reason Why. So, in a nutshell, the show was about women ending up in bad relationships and not accepting that they're the ones who are choosing the no good men. Now again, if you are a day one listener, it's no secret that I believe women choose us and not the other way around. Now some of y'all may be thinking, what about Proverbs 18:22? He who finds a wife finds a good thing and obtain favor with the Lord. Well, let me address the first 5 words of that scripture. He who finds a wife. That's the hard part. Finding a woman that's already prepared herself to be a wife, meaning she's already a wife when the man finds her. Now, that may have went over some of y'all heads, but this ain't Bible study, so I digress. Because today's episode is not about the ladies, it's about the men and the women they pursue. So, to our male listeners, if you're in a relationship with the woman that is working your last nerve, or you're questioning your decision to stay with her in a relationship because together y'all are like oil and water, remember, you're the one that pursued her. Now, if you're a man that is constantly in and out of different relationships because it seems like all of the women you meet have issues, remember, you pursued her. So fellas, in your opinion, after dating a woman for so many months, how can a man recognize if that woman is the one?
Basically, I think the first role would be respect. That's how you know if this woman really likes you or not. She's got to respect, the things that you do, or she'll respect certain things about you, such as she may respect the fact that, you call her when you got free time. Or I mean, just any little small thing. Either way, I think the respect part is first. If there's no respect there, then y'all not gonna last. So yeah, if she got respect for you, this is how you know this may be, a candidate at least.
Exactly. I agree with Slash as well. The respect comes first. The respect, and on top of the respect, if she's agreeable, right, submissive, that's the hardest part.
Well, the submissive part, I think that comes last. I think that comes last. The only reason I say that is because if the respect is there, meaning she respects you as an individual, she's not giving you flack about, she's not constantly wanting to argue. Then I think she'll be submissive.
Well, the submissive should already be there, regardless if she's a girlfriend or not, right? Let's take Claire Huxtable. A man confront her, she ain't gonna be ready to fight. But then if you take like a young Miami and a dude approach her, she'll be ready to put them hands up. You get what I'm saying? So those types, some women can have that submissive trait, but a lot of them don't. So not just being submissive, if she's one of those ladies that's always on your mind. You like, I can't wait to see her. She's always, it's like 2 years, 3 years down the line, man, I can't wait to get home my gal. That's the one.
You know what, Comedian 96?
Yeah.
Actually, that's what I was going to say.
Yeah. Oh, you were?
No.
Oh.
You're right on it. Because, okay, so to our listeners, to our listeners that listen to us all the time, most of you guys know that I'm the only married individual on the panel, right? Now, it doesn't mean that my co-hosts haven't had the opportunity to be married, but currently I'm the only one that's married. And so with that being said, one of the things that I think that in order to, when you recognize that she's the one, there are several things, but one of the things is where in your thoughts as a man, you're constantly including her in your thoughts.
Yep. That's the key right there to me. I mean, because you could think about a girl some good stuff and be like, I'm just thinking about her coochie. But when you're thinking about a woman and the future, there's a difference. There's a difference in the love and the respect and admiration. That's what I feel about a woman that's really for you.
Yeah, it takes a lot. Sometimes I'll tell you, I'll be honest. The submissive part, you know, she, of course, if you're gonna marry her, yeah, she's gonna have to be submissive.
Well, this is before marriage, because now what I'm asking is, how do you? So there are a lot of men out here that's actually currently in a relationship. And that woman is working his last nerve.
Right. So why get married?
No, hear what I'm saying though. They're not married. They may be in a relationship, and that woman is working his last nerves. What I'm saying is that in episode 1 of our show, of the Women Wednesday, our very first Women Wednesday episode, I pointed out how women are getting with these men that turn out to be no good, and the reason why, because they're actually choosing those men. So those women need to be held accountable for choosing those men, right? Well, today's episode is actually about us as men, because we're actually pursuing those women, and then those women have to actually choose us. So if a man is in a relationship with a woman that actually chose him, well, unless she's some type of aggressive woman who goes out and say, you won't be my boyfriend or whatever, for the most part, we as men, we pursue women. And then it's up to the women to choose us. So now that woman has chosen you and you're in a relationship with her, doesn't necessarily mean you're married to her, but you're just in a relationship with her. But she's working your last nerve. You want to get up out this relationship. You just like, oh my God, she gets on my nerves. Well, you pursued her. So now you got to be held accountable for pursuing this woman. And if you're jumping in and out of different relationships because all of these women appear to have issues, well, these are the type of women you are pursuing as a man.
Right. So before you allow a woman to get on your nerves, there had to have been, and I get what you're saying. Trust me, I'm not against what you're saying. I'm just saying, going according to the things that you say, if she's getting on a last nerve or whatever, man, you know what? It was flags there before that happened. You just allowed that to happen. You know, it's flags. I mean, and maybe I'm speaking because this stuff that I look for. You know what I'm saying?
I'm in agreement with you with the flags, but even with the flags, that you may have ignored, you still pursued her.
Yeah, I'm not ignoring no flags though. I swear, at this age, And I would advise any man from 20 something on up, don't ignore the flags, man.
Okay, so
You're gonna be miserable.
Freddie G, I got a question. Well, it's not a question, but a statement. You know, you say we're pursuing these females, but during the pursuit, you don't see the red flags. You know, it's only after you've gotten chosen and the relationship has started would a female display her red flags, if any at all. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So,
well, you have to listen to it in the conversation. They kind of give it away in the beginning. It's not until I've gotten older I've realized it.
Some of them can disguise that.
Now, let me say this too now. And I hear you, K-Money. I want to make sure we understand that today's show is about us.
Mm-hmm. It's not
about them.
Right.
We have to own up to accepting responsibility for what we're doing.
And that's what I'm saying.
I think we're just speaking from our personal perspective. I know I am. So when the stuff that I'm saying is because it's who I am, and I'm looking for red flags. So if it get to the point to where she getting on my nerves, I let that happen. And I understand if I pursued her, I can also let her go. So, you know, not to say that a woman can control what you do, no. But as a man, if she ain't where I'm wanting her to be, I'm not gonna do it because she not gonna give you a chance if you do the opposite of what she want. You know what I mean? And I still feel like the man is the leader. And when I say leader, I'm just saying he's the head of whatever the relationship it should be anyway. If you're not the head of whatever relationship you're in the wrong relationship as a man. Mm-hmm. So some of the stuff goes without saying. You know, if she's not a certain thing, then why pursue somebody? And if you are pursuing a person, you got to know what you're pursuing her for. Are you pursuing her to be in a serious relationship later on, marriage, or what are you even wanting this woman for? Is it just for sexual purposes? So I think when we say pursue, what are we pursuing for is the first thing that comes in mind. Are we pursuing her to be with her forever?
So here's the deal. My question, I had an initial question. This is going to answer your question, how we're pursuing her. I asked you guys, in your opinion, after dating a woman for so many months, how can a man recognize that she's the one? So with that question, this is you looking for that forever.
Okay.
You're looking for that one.
And what I mentioned was the respect part comes first.
Yeah. So we got Slash, you mentioned respectful. Comedian 96, you mentioned being submissive. But you also added what I thought was you're constantly thinking about her. This is, she's left a stain on my brain.
Yeah.
She's left a stain on my brain.
Yeah.
So we got those, but this is about how can we let these men out here that listens to us know that, okay, what are signs that we can look for to know that she's the one? Because there's too many of us out here who are jumping from relationship to relationship to relationship, and we're jumping in and out of these relationships, and we're pointing the finger at the women by saying she has issues.
What?
She has issues. But we're not taking accountability and responsibility for us pursuing those ones with issues.
I can tell you this. What we tend to do as men is we miss things that woman may say and pursue her anyway. For example,
you got to keep it a buck, bro. As men, and we all men on this panel, the pursuit start with the physical attraction first off.
It does.
So we don't know shit about this female. We just know she got a big butt.
Yeah, but when then you conversate with her, right? And
okay, that's where the signs start.
That's
where it comes in.
If the conversation is not intelligent on a certain level,
right,
that's being expected.
She's out of there.
This is the big thing we miss.
That's the part that don't happen though, Flash. We're not paying attention to all of that shit during the pursuit.
Yeah, a lot of times we don't listen for the small keywords. She may say, I like to go get my hair and my nails done. That's nothing to us because we like, okay, we want you to do that. But if there's
Hold
too
on,
many...
is that being said because they want us to sponsor it though? Cause
No. She just keeps saying, I like to do I. There was nowhere in that conversation about we and what we could do together. It was all about her. Those are the things we tend to miss, but we look at, oh, that's girl stuff. As men, that's girl stuff.
Now, you're making a good point.
You get what I'm saying?
That's a good point.
It's the I. You gotta...
That's a really good point. And again, that's a red flag.
Yes.
See, for me, and I can only speak for myself. You know, what other guys want, I don't know. But I know for me, if the respect is not there and I'm paying attention to red flags, then I can stop pursuing you just as quick as I started.
Exactly.
And that's the portion that guys got to understand. Look, man, it ain't about just chasing her just to smash.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? What are you pursuing her for? First off, are you pursuing? See, it's a pursuit can be just because I want to smash her. It could be a pursuit because, hey, this the girl I want to marry.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I think the individual have to know at that point what is his purpose of pursuit. Because here's the thing that I know, and I'm not married, but if I'm pursuing a woman and she's giving me everything before I get married, what am I marrying her for?
Yeah.
To give her half, to be in a contract, and to be left with nothing? Think about it.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm just saying the pursuit of what you're pursuing a person for really makes a difference for men looking for a woman. What do you want her for? Do you want her because she fine? Because at that point you don't care about her mind. You don't care about her respecting you. You don't care about nothing that has to do with you if you just want to smash because she fine. So your mentality of pursuit needs to be in a certain area in order to even understand what we're saying. Because it can go right over your head if you just trying to smash, and we talk about pursuit to be with somebody forever. You know, it's a the word I'm looking for. It seemed to have ran away from me, but it's a conflict of interest for a man to pursue a woman if he's only trying to smash. You know what I'm saying? That don't make sense to me. I'm not gonna pursue that because you can get that from anywhere.
Yeah.
And just because what she looked like, I know y'all heard the term because I know our parents used to use it. What look good to you ain't always good for you.
Yeah, that's true.
Yep.
So you're gonna have to eventually, deep down inside, know what it is you want out of life and know what it is if you want a wife. And if you want a wife, then don't look for smashing.
Okay, so check this out, fellas.
Real quick, Freddie, because
No,
I
go.
didn't get to answer that question, and I would like to get my opinion on the initial question asked in regards to how would you know.
Okay, that's why I was going back. So go for it.
I think if she's attentive to my wants and needs, that definitely is a green flag for me. That would definitely make me pay more attention or get my attention more. So if I see she's attentive to my needs and addressing them without me having to say so, that just shows me that okay, she is studying me and paying attention to me as I need and want. And we spoke on this in previous shows on that's one thing that helps make a good partnership or a good team. And if you're looking for a lifelong partner, that's something that should be considered. So I think paying attention to my needs would definitely put it in that category.
Okay, I'm glad you answered the question because, in full disclosure, I actually was at the cigar lounge a few days ago, and I was ear hustling. But you can't help but to ear hustle because there's all different types of conversations going on around there.
Right.
And I listened to some of the conversation, but I noticed how all of these men were struggling to stay on topic of what they were talking about. And I found myself engaging in the conversation mentally. So individuals was asking questions to each other, whatever, and they was just talking. And I found myself engaging in the conversation mentally, but I found myself getting off track when answering these questions in my head that they were asking amongst each other, if that makes sense. And I found myself getting off track. And so I say, you know what? I want to propose this to the fellas today. Because the main question in it all is, how can we tell our male listeners, how can we give advice to our male listeners, in our opinion, to recognize if that individual is the one? And we've had a decent conversation thus far, but for the most part, I've only gotten like 4, including myself, little nuggets here.
Nuggets, yeah.
Everything else was about the pursuit, us pursuing.
But that's what it's about, right? That's what it's about, the pursuit.
It's
How do
about
you-
us recognizing if
pursuit.
she's the
You
one.
said pursuit. Because we pursue them.
Yeah.
I don't think we would ever recognize she's the one just doing the pursuit. Like I
I
said,
don't either.
No,
most
I
men.
said after dating for a few months.
Oh, okay.
I said after dating for a few months.
You don't think you blinded with the
How
coochie
can-
after a few months?
Well, I don't know. That's what I'm asking.
Yeah, I mean, it's possible
How
you still
can
blind
we recognize
that
think
early in the
she's the
game.
one?
What I think, and this is my honest opinion, because I've dated a lot of women, you ain't never gonna know which one the one for you. And the reason why I say that is because you got people that's been in marriages 20, 30 years, and then all of a sudden, bam, it's over. So you done wasted 30 years of your life, 20 years or whatever this time was. I think I can't give another man to what's gonna make him happy. He's got to know for himself. I can't tell him, hey man, you got to do this in order to know that woman, because she might do that for him. And then at the end of the day, 20 years, because I told him this is what to do, he done married this woman. Now all of a sudden she gone because he pursued something that he didn't understand, because he didn't pay attention to the red flags, because he listened to what I said.
So let me make it more personal toward you.
Now let's do it for everybody, because I'm going to be personal in my answer.
Hey, bro.
I'm going to be personal in the answer.
Yeah, I get it.
the question could be got for all of us.
It's for all of us, but what I'm saying is, like, Slash, you meet this female, and you be like, she do this, she do this, she do this, she do this. Man, she might be the one, because she does what?
Done that several times.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. What did she do to make you even think
What we
that
sitting
she
here
might be the
saying,
one?
but what we saying right now, but that doesn't necessarily mean that she was the one. That's all I'm saying. We can't explain to somebody else
For me,
how they gonna have the one.
I
For
get what
me-
you're saying,
yeah, for
Slash.
me-
No, and look, I don't want them to think
Nah,
that
I'm
I
just-
don't understand.
Yeah.
I do understand, because to your point, I do know people that's been together for 20,
And then all
30
of a
years.
sudden,
But
boom.
here's the thing. They may have been the one for those 20, 30 years, but they could have grown apart. Personalities could have changed. Certain things could have changed. So to your point, Slash, I do get what you're saying. But I'm just trying to figure out the okay, is there any way to tell any signs after dating a woman for a little bit and be like, you know what, this one probably could be the one?
Personally, yes, but for me to be able to tell others, no, because it's gonna be a different situation over there.
That's why I made it more personable towards you.
Well,
And you just said personally, yes. So that's why I say, well, let me ask you: is there a sign? Is there at least one thing other than? I mean, I know you said
Fact, she
respect.
respect.
Yeah, respect is one.
That's the main thing.
So,
I'll give you
and
more.
I'm looking for others. If
So-
there's any other things out there.
So respect is first, then fit, feminine, pretty, cooperative, and submissive. Right?
Uh-huh.
As long as she has those traits, it's easy for a man to work with
To
her.
think about it.
Yes.
Consider, put on the list.
Yes.
Okay, so let me go down the list, and y'all tell me either yes or no. One of the ways to find out whether or not she may be the one is that you trust her.
Oh,
Yes.
most definitely.
Definitely. Trust.
One of the ways to find out that she's the one is that she's a positive force in your life rather than a negative influence.
Check.
Right.
Can't be
Yes.
negative.
Okay, so another way to determine whether or not she's the one. She believes in you, and she motivates you to believe in yourself.
Yes, definitely yes.
Is that something there?
That's positive.
Okay. Is it something there that your life is much better with her than without her?
So let me ask you this.
Mm-hmm.
You got all that right there.
Yeah, I was just trying to think of stuff.
Right. So all of that's good.
Mm-hmm.
We probably should have started with these things right here
No,
that you got.
no, here's the thing, though. Here's the thing, Slash. Here's the thing. I can respect that. And you happen to be looking at what I'm doing here, right?
Well, I can't see it. I
Yeah,
can just,
yeah. No, you can see it because you pointed at it.
but I can't see
So-
what you're saying.
Yeah, but you can see it because you're pointing at it. My point is that rather than me giving it to you, I want to know what my
Natural.
peers think, because these are things that I thought of. So I wanted to know what my peers think, what my fellow man think. I want to know how my fellow man think. And no, we can't give advice. We can give suggestions, but what people do in
That's
the
it.
world of what to do with this
You
stuff,
can't
we
make
can't
it.
make nobody do nothing.
Right.
But
Which is
I
why-
just want to know, hey, what my fellow man think. I want to know what my fellow man think.
Which is
I'm
why
curious.
my first thing is respect. Because before you go in, she can do all of that. And a lot of those things in there means that she respects you.
Yeah, I
Period.
agree. Respect.
Any of those that she gives you is because she respects you.
I agree. And here's the thing. Just because I know you're pointing and you're looking, actually, Slash, respect was the first thing on my list. So I thought of it, this is before I even talked to you. I thought of it first. If you could see that's number one.
Yeah, I'm not looking that
Yeah,
much
yeah,
into
but
it.
I'm letting you know that's number one on my
I see
list.
your list, but what I'm thinking is before me having to explain, and I get what you were saying, you got it right there already.
Yeah.
All of that, what you got is everything what a man feels
Yeah.
like that he wants from a woman.
Well,
But
that's
check it
what
out.
most men
Everything
should.
everything that I got is my opinion. That's why I asked y'all, in y'all opinion, what do you think? Because I wanted to see if some of this stuff would line up with what I feel.
So
Your number one, Slash, was my number one. Your number one was my number one.
yeah.
And as soon as I heard you say it, I immediately put your name by it. I was like, Slash thought the same thing. And then the number two, his number two, meaning Comedian 96, was actually my number three.
I'm not debating with you, man. Let's get through the show.
No.
I'm just being honest, brother.
No. Chill out.
I understand, but when I'm saying what I'm saying is we can come up and say all of this stuff, but every man's gonna choose for themselves the way they want. And I understand, because everything you got there, I agree with. I'm not in disagreement, but where I think my mind is going is we can have all that right there, and some of these niggas still ain't gonna listen.
I get it.
You feel what I'm saying? So I'm just trying to make it a more open conversation rather than I got to explain to you what you need to know how your woman gonna like you.
Yeah,
You feel what I'm saying?
A lot of men may not even think about a lot of
They
shit
not
that's on
even
that
on that.
list.
And you know what? To your point, Slash, I'm in 100% agreement with you when a lot of dudes don't listen.
They ain't gonna listen.
But what about that guy that said, hey, OG, can you give me some advice on what I could look for in a woman to see if she's the one? Now, it doesn't mean that your advice or your opinion is actually right. But that youngster, young adult, maybe like, hey, OG, hey, man, when you're looking at these women, man, can you give me some game, man, some advice on what I could look for if this woman, y'all remember the movie Bronx Tale? Let me put it to you this way. You remember the movie Bronx Tale?
I've seen it.
Vaguely,
Okay,
I don't
so
remember it.
in the movie Bronx Tale, right, there was a scene. First of all, I think this was a Puerto Rican guy dating this black chick.
Yeah.
And so this Puerto Rican guy, this Italian guy, or what I think he was an Italian, this Italian mob boss or whatever, told a young young Italian guy that, hey, this before he, hey, when you open the door for a lady, because back then they don't have the remote. You got to go and open the door. So he tells this young Italian guy, he said, hey, when you open the door for that lady, if she don't lean over and open your side after you open the door and let her in, and she don't reach over and unlock your door, she's not the one for you. So there was a part in the scene where he opened the door for that black chick. After all these chicks he had been dating, he had opened his door for this black chick that he liked. And let her in and shut the door behind her. And then she leaned over the seat and she reached over and unlocked his door for him to get in, so he don't have to stick his key in there and to get in. That was just some OG advice that he gave that young kid, that youngster. He just was giving his own opinion or whatever.
That got her on the list.
Huh?
That got her on the list.
Yeah.
In his eyes.
For the dude.
Yeah, so that was just it. Hey, man. And in his way, that's kind of making him feel like, okay, well, at least she's thinking about me. It's raining out here. I opened her door first. I stuck the key in. Now let me get around here. And, she had the wherewithal to unlock the door for me. So at the end of the day, there's no right or wrong answers. This is all opinionated.
And let me just say this. Because I've dated different women. And they can fit all of that on the scale, and they can do everything. They can have the respect for you. They can do, but it's still gonna be something that's just not gonna click with something, because everybody's looking for something different.
Yeah, I got another one though.
What's that?
I think we should also pay attention to her faults and determine whether or not, this is something that I could deal with for the rest of my motherfucking life.
Yeah.
The things that she does that gets on his nerves.
Yeah.
Can I deal with that? Because this is a habit that she has that obviously may not be broken. So can I tolerate this shit 20 years from now?
You have to make that decision as a man. You have to make that decision.
That's the big thing right
now
there.
check this out. Now here's what I find interesting. Prior to K Money saying what he just said, I went down the list. And y'all all said, yep. But prior to me going down that list, I couldn't get nothing. I got just one thing.
That's why I said you probably should have went to the list first, and we probably wouldn't have had the whatever we was doing, because this is what's most important right here.
Yeah,
but he was trying to get our opinion.
I
wanted y'all opinion. I don't want to. This was me thinking. I just want to see if y'all.
But your peers, and most of us is gonna agree with this. What you got right here.
So Freddie G,
if that's the case, I feel you. But if that's the case, then this will be a one-man show, and that's not the case.
No.
Because you guys, I just want to know what you thought. We are
here to agree or disagree with this stuff that you got right here. And like I say, us, some of this stuff on here, we're going to say, yeah, I feel you. Because we all around the same age, got the same type of mentality when it comes to these types of situations.
With the exclusion of Comedian 96.
But look at our age. Our listeners, though. We may have some listeners 19, 20 years old. And mind you, why I'm saying, I'm going to say mine personally, because I can't control what he gonna do after he hit that and he go find a woman. You can't do what Slash said do. It may not work for you. I'm a different type of dude. You know what I'm saying? The little young cat might be the one to say, hey, I got the money, you gotta think. Each man, individual man, is gonna have something individual about him that these things may not work for him. Or these may go against
I think
what he's trying to do.
I think the best way to probably to spin it was to say what would be the red flags going in, before going in, to look for in that woman to make you not go that way. Get what I'm saying?
It's not about the red flags. It's about how can we recognize if she may be the one.
Exactly. And you, in order for, if those red flags are not there, then more than likely, plus the things that you have on your list, that will then give you the high percentage that she is the one.
Nah, because that's too good to be true type of material.
I know. Every girl normally is too good to be true. Every girl is too good to be true. If that's the case.
The thing is, man, with men, different ages, different walks of life, different creeds, and all of that, my thing to this and how you gonna know that it's the woman for you is you're gonna have to make good choices and know what you want out of life and where you want to go.
Knowing what you want,
because I can read off a list of stuff and it just may not suit you. I mean,
and Slash, you said my closing better than I did. Peace. This concludes another dope episode. Tune in tomorrow for Think Thursday. Don't forget to follow us on X, formerly known as Twitter, at 52 Scott Podcast, on Instagram and Facebook, the 52 Scott Podcast. And for all my YouTubers, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. Remember, the only way we grow is if you let them know.